Netflix down more than 14% right after it posted its disappointing earnings. Right now, it is recovering in this post-market trade, but disappointing subscriber growth in the U.S., lower profits, higher costs for content and expansion. Some of the reasons giving Flybridge Capital Partners, Matt Witheiler, Gerri Willis is here, and Keep.com CEO and founder Scott Kurnit. Glad to have you all here. So Netflix, at least on one line, I saw blaming the fact that people changed up their credit cards, which you said is ridiculous.
I
right?
think it's kind of a joke. So they're using the poor subscriber growth and blaming that on the fact that people got chip and pin credit cards this quarter. And some people had, I guess, new numbers, and now those new numbers aren't working. So Netflix is blaming. To me, it seems like kind of a shell game. It's nice and a convenient excuse, but I don't know how much reality is in it.
Nobody wants to spend all their time in women's prison. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it. Who wants to do that? I don't want to. I can do it on my own, right?
Wait a second, women's prison? How do you get in there?
Orange is the new black. You're going to write yourself in, Scott. We'll hook you up. But I mean, as far as Netflix, as it turns out, the cost of making original content, it's expensive.
But let's look at the history here, right? Reed had the greatest, I think probably the greatest pivot in all time. He messed up kind of going from DVDs to streaming,
yeah.
But ended up doing it brilliantly. You know, don't bet against this guy.
Well, I think that is part
of the 14
stock
points, and probably it's going to find its way back up because it corrects.
I used to have one in my neighborhood. I don't anymore.
Actually, one of the worst kind of stocks to look back at is the Blockbuster CEO saying, I don't really think this streaming thing is going to take off. And you're like, oh.
Well, you know, the vision piece, because a lot of guys didn't think so. And Reed, you know, timing is, of the 4 or 5 things that make startups work, timing is the most important one. And the fact that
hear that humbling advice, founders.
You know, oh boy, you know, he hit it when everyone else thought streaming was further away, and he really made the pivot into it. You got to give him a lot of credit, and don't sell this guy short.
All right, speaking of not selling people short, I don't know if you know this, but there are apparently people who go to Ikea, take their online photos in Ikea, I guess with the attempt to look more stable. Is this the new tiger, Matt?
Can we be scared for society when this starts happening, please?
I like the choice of Ikea also, which
Exactly.
normally is an extraordinarily stressful place for people.
Yeah.
This is what's wrong with millennials. I'm telling you, these guys are millennials. They have to be. Nobody else would think of that.
Well, it's incredibly short-sighted, I think. We have to leave you out of this because we're guys. It seems to me that the better picture probably is better for getting the date, but then since the objective of Tinder, last I checked, was to get the girl home, when she walks into your kitchen and it's not your kitchen, I think she probably walks out the front door.
Yeah, and there's one of those crazy, like, pizza-eating rats scurrying across the floor,
exactly.
and she's like, all right, I'm done.
There's a point at which I think that honesty, even though we know what Tinder's made for, honesty in that relationship is probably a good thing.
Specific?
So, I mean, I shouldn't be going to the Ferrari dealership and taking my Tinder pictures in front of those cars.
No, you need a tiger in a Ferrari.
There we go. That's what I need.
You'll have more luck filling the top of the funnel at the Ferrari with the Ferrari picture, but I don't know what happens. Yeah, conversion's going to be
My mind is reeling.
Yeah, I was going to say, on that note, thank you all for stopping by. That was Tyler, Gerri, Willis, and Scott Kurnit.